Hello, my Socratica friends. We're here to help you be a great student. Let's talk about what you do when you don't know what to do. You're stuck. You've looked at your homework assignment until your eyes are crossed, and you want to give up. Do not give up. There's help out there. But do you know how to use it? In a lot of our study tips videos, we tell you to go to your TA or your professor's office hours. But there's more to it than just showing up. Today, let's talk about how to make the most of this important resource. Teachers love to see students who are working hard. They love to help them over that last hurdle. But are you actually doing your part before you show up asking for help? How often has this happened to you? You raise your hand in class during a test to ask about a test question you just don't get. Your teacher comes over and reads the problem to you. Suddenly, you get it. It makes perfect sense now. That's a little embarrassing, right? It's a sign that you didn't do all the work you needed to before you asked for help. There is a method you should apply for this very situation. It's called the Corson technique. Dale Corson was a physics professor at Cornell University. He became the dean of its College of Engineering and eventually Cornell University's 8th president. He was also the co-discoverer of the element astatine. Smart guy. He knew a lot about what it took to be a successful student. Dale Corson's advice was directed primarily towards math and science students, but really it applies to any complex subject. Basically, work through the material carefully, sentence by sentence or equation by equation, in order to pinpoint where your understanding breaks down. When you do your work, don't expect that you will be able to march straight through every question. There will be places where you get confused. Stop and do a little self-diagnosis. Is there a keyword or vocabulary term you can look up in the glossary? Write that definition out. Is there a similar problem you worked in your class notes? Make a note of that. Reread your notes and see if that allows you to understand where you got lost. But let's say you're still confused. Here's how to tell if you're just rushing through some detail and that's why you're stuck. Set a short timer. Let's say 10 minutes, no more. Slowly reread the sentence in your textbook leading up to your stuck point. Slowly rework similar problems. Slowly reread that part of your class notes. If you still haven't unraveled the problem yet, take a break. You should be taking breaks anyway if you're using the Pomodoro technique, which we strongly recommend. Go outside, get some fresh air, drink some water, do some stretches. When you come back, you might see the problem with fresh eyes. Ah, what a relief! Now it makes sense. But wait, you say, I still really don't get it. Okay, that happens sometimes. That's when you turn to your friends. Do you have a study group? A classmate you like to bounce ideas off of? That should be your next step. They might have a different perspective. By the way, if you need help studying, you should check out our other study tips videos. We've collected all our best study tips on our Study Tips website. We wanted to make a site where you could find all our best study tips all together in one place. We built the site with Wix. It was easy. We started with one of their templates and then we personalized it with our own color scheme. Dragging and dropping our artwork and videos. Follow the links in the description below. Now, back to the issue at hand. What if your study friends are just as clueless as you are? Okay, now we're in Ask the Professor territory. If you're really lucky, you might have regularly scheduled office hours with your TA or professor for just these kinds of problems. This is free expert tutoring. Please take advantage of this resource. Not only will it save you hours of anguish and needlessly low grades, attending office hours is also a great way to connect personally with your instructors. Remember, at some point, you will need letters of recommendation or an introduction for a job. Showing up to office hours and letting your instructor see how serious you are about your education is a great way to make the right kind of impression. Now you're at office hours. What do you do there? Here's what not to do. Don't just sit there and say nothing while other students bring up interesting questions. You'll look like a big mooch, taking advantage of everyone else's hard work. You should bring at least one serious question with you to every office hours. Don't plunk your book down in front of your instructor and say, I just don't get it. They'll say, what is giving you trouble? And you say, everything. You're acting like they have time to reteach the entire course to you. This is so lazy. Don't bother showing up to office hours if you're just going to be lazy. Don't say, what exactly is this problem asking? Interpreting the question is your job. Again, you're expecting your instructor to do the work for you. I know there are no stupid questions except for this one. The truth is, you don't really have a question yet. You haven't done your work to understand the problem in the first place. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to show up to office hours prepared. You're going to use the coursing technique and bring the questions you've collected with you. Documentation is an important part of the coursing technique. Write down what you tried and exactly where you got stuck. Now your instructor has something to work with. You've shown that you've done your part. If your professor doesn't offer regular office hours, you may still be able to make an appointment to ask for help. If that's the case, it's even more important that you come prepared. Try to collect all your questions together before you make the appointment, so you can both make the most of this time. Remember, be polite. Professors are incredibly busy, but they do want to see you succeed. Make sure you are a good partner in the process. That's the deal, my Socratica friends. Work very hard first, then ask for help. Make Dale Corson proud. Do this and you're well on your way to being a great student. We hope you find this series helpful. If you would like to see us make these videos faster, you can help by becoming our patron on Patreon. Kick in $1 a month or whatever you can manage. That will go a long way towards Socratica being able to hire an editor to make more videos for you. Now, listen, this is not an obligation. If money is tight, don't worry. We'll keep making videos free for everyone to watch. Here's something you can do that will help our channel grow that doesn't cost anything. Watch another video. Oh, here they come.